this fine and beautiful day, Karen and I took a quick drive a little way out of town up to the forest and Loch for a camping trip. The weather was really nice, so we took our dog as well. We thought we'd have a family trip out. We've been taking a few days off work, so we thought we'd make the most of the time and the lovely weather we're having in Scotland at the moment. Little did we know that the camping trip would turn into a bit of a nightmare later on in the day as the sun started setting. This is the road to Loch Doon where we're camping. It's probably about 7 miles outside home, so not too far. But it's an absolutely beautiful area, well worth a visit. Having parked the car and taken a wee donder up the forest track, we started looking for suitable camping spots. After about 15 minutes we found one.
Which way do you want
So I started setting the tent up while Karen and Tyson sat and watched on. At this point all was well and it was absolutely beautiful. The sun was shining and it was a beautiful evening. As we had our dog, we bought the large tent, which takes a bit of a while to set up. Our wee camping spot is at the Galloway Forest end of Loch Doon, a wee way past the castle.
Too big, then we'll use your small one. Down the hill, though. Huh? Might go. You I do. I reckon that's the only way I can put it in there.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, so it sort of looks up towards Paisley. So it's best to view.
That's fine.
Having put the tent up and making sure all the guy lines and pegs were in their correct places and tensions, it then dawned on us that we had a bit of a midge problem. As you can see, there was thousands of them. They don't really affect me that much, but they bite Karen quite severely, and she came out in a bad rash the next day. As you can see, they were everywhere. So we couldn't do much apart from sit in the tent until it cooled down a bit and the sun started going down and the midges subsided a bit. In the meantime, we had our tea and a nice cup of coffee afterwards, using Karen's new fire maple. We had Wayfarer boiling the bag meals and they were absolutely delicious. All three of us sat in the tent after we'd had our tea and coffee, as it was getting quite late, so we relaxed and watched the sun go down and then bedded down for the night.
Fucking cookie.
I got up the next morning, it was absolutely beautiful. I stood there for about 3 hours watching the sun come up I did a wee time lapse on that. Unfortunately, we didn't do everything we wanted due to the image problem, but we still had a really good time, and we're going to go and do it again. So this video is a bit shorter than it might have been because I couldn't really get out to film. With our tent packed away and everything cleared up, making sure we left nothing behind and no rubbish, we set off in the car, having enjoyed our camping trip. I hope you enjoyed our little trip, and sorry the video was so short. Any likes, comments and subscribes are all appreciated. Thank you if you do, but you don't have to. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time for another mini adventure. Take care and have fun.
Thank you for watching.